Respect the point. Okay, so here it goes. There's an element of respecting the point that we've just seen last night against Spurs. I think the performance in itself, I'm okay with as such as a whole because I know what Spurs are capable of on their day. But kind of where I've got a problem, I have got a little bit of a problem. It's actually in the post-match press conference from David Moyes, where he actually said I would have taken a point. I don't want to hear the boss say that, if I'm being really honest with you. I really don't want to hear the boss turn around and say that he would have taken a point at the start of the game. Now, it's different when you think about it. It's different when you are sitting there and you're thinking about that. But I don't think the fans want to hear that, especially when you're at home. Now, okay, we're as fans, we're more than, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But for me, I think at the start of the game, possibly I would have taken a draw. I kind of get the sentiment behind the comment, but you don't want to hear that from your coach. You don't want to hear that from your manager. You don't want to hear that knowing that you've made the effort to get to the London Stadium and you would have consolidated and taken a draw. It is a good result against a flamboyant, progressive Ange ball, Postecoglou ball, the way that they play their football, dynamic, going forward, high press, high intensity. But again, when I put it all on a bit of paper, I think that we genuinely did okay. I think we've done all right. I think that we pushed what we could with the lack of squad depth within our squad. I mean, again, the concern I've got here is that we've got no squad depth. We didn't use any substitutions. We're going to run these players into the ground, and Spurs made 5 really forward-thinking substitutions, fresh legs. Albeit, okay, we kept them at bay, but I think that was down to the structure and the tactics that we played, which was the low block, but never allowed Spurs to play and touch the ball inside our 18-yard box as much as they would like to. We were forcing them to shoot from distance or forcing them to play the ball outside the 18-yard box, which they're not comfortable in doing. They're comfortable at doing the fast break, but if they can't penetrate our defense, then so be it, and we're good at doing that. But what we're seeing is just this inconsistency levels with West Ham, and I really wish we would stop seeing these inconsistency levels with West Ham. It'd be so nice to be consistently play well because we know we've got it in our tank. That's what's scary. That's what's scary. This is the reason why we've got that determination to drive forward, to be this team that's been in Europe 3 years in a row and do that twice from league positions, once from winning the Europa Conference League. But we know we're capable on our day. That forward attacking quartet as well is phenomenal. Kudus, wow, what a player. Paquetá, fantastic player as well. You know, all things that should be rosy, but if you had that squad depth, someone that can come off the bench for the last 20 minutes and really hit the ground running and really cause them a problem, I honestly think we could have snatched a win. I think we could have snatched a win last night. I'm not massively complaining about the draw. I see the benefits to that situation that happened last night. I don't think we played crap, and I don't think Spurs played crap. I think it was actually quite a good neutral 1-1 draw. If you're looking in from the outside point of view, I think it was pretty end-to-end. I think between the two teams, there was something like 25 attempts at goal, pretty much split even both ways, with a lot of those shots on target, a lot also off target. But we kept them at bay. We should have really won the game if you think about the actual chances that were created, the big chances created, that opportunity of Antonio to put the ball into the back of the net. If it had fallen to Jared Bowen, if it had fallen to anyone else could finish their dinner, then we would have been walking away with the 3 points against Spurs. So respect the point to a certain extent. I do. But the problem I have with is the comments that he said after the game. I would have taken a point. I'm not sure that's how I want to be setting up or admitting to setting up. But it is what it is. It becomes vital that we try and keep this momentum. We have to pocket up the first 45 minutes against Newcastle. We have to pocket up what we've achieved against Spurs and try and drive that forward as we move into the weekend for the game against Wolves. It's massive in order for us to keep the pressure on that position in the top 7. It is vital to get a result, and we need to keep that momentum going. We can't back off. We've seen what happens when we back off. We've seen what happens when we invite creative players to come in at us at the box. We did it against Newcastle. We did it at the early start of the game against Spurs, but we closed them off coming into the tail part of the game. But we can't afford to do that at Wolves because we travel to Molyneux. It's not going to be easy. No game is easy. Gary O'Neill will know exactly what he's doing. And I don't think this will be the same Wolves side that we played against when we played them at the London Stadium. So we need to be all up there. All up there. But like I said, the comments that David Moyes said post game was, "I would have taken a point." I'm not happy with that. I don't like that. That's my issue. Not the game itself, just the mindset going into the games. And I don't think us fans need to hear that or see that or feel that. We need to know that we're going to go into those games trying to win games, and we don't want to concede to the fact that we know we're going to try and go in and draw that game. I get it. I get consolidation to a certain extent. It frustrates me, whatever. But it's not the comments you really want to hear your coach be saying. Anyway, join Holly for the West Ham Daily later on this afternoon. We'll get cracking with all the rest of the content for you. Come on, your hands.